What's up, my fellow legendaries? Rainquaza here, and today I am bringing you my Week 2 match of the CPL. I am the host, or the coach, of the Spartan Sewaddles, and I'm up against Demonic, who is the head coach of the Wyoming Weavilles. For those of you wondering why you're seeing a Week 2 match before a Week 1 match, I had one heck of a scheduling conflict with my Week 1 opponent, which is Arabom, the host of the CPL. So we're planning on getting that battle up probably sometime this week, or when I say this week, I mean like as in before this video goes up, because we have like a set time when we're supposed to upload our battles per the weeks. But since the schedule sort of got screwed up with us, you'll probably actually see that match before this one. But if, in case you don't, then you'll see that one later in the week. But this is, again, the Week 2 match. I'm not really a fan of draft analysis. I'd more like to just play the games, talk about what I drafted, just overall, and just why I brought what I did and that sort of thing, as opposed to talk about my draft in general. Because I don't generally draft to counter other people's drafts. I generally draft what I want to draft and what I'm confident in using and what I want to try out. So I've got, what you see in front of you is a Scolipede. Let me get my mouse out of there, what an idiot. I don't need the mouse in there yet, but we've got a Scolipede. It's a Swords Dance set, sashed, not Baton Pass or anything like that. For those of you wondering, Baton Pass is allowed on Showdown, unlike Pokemon Online where it's banned overall. In OU, it's allowed, but you cannot pass speed and other stats. So, I could technically run a Baton Pass with a speed boost or something like that, but this is not. This is a Swords Dance set. It's running enough speed to outspeed, it's max speed, so it outspeeds modest Charizard Y or Charizard Y before it Mega Evolves. And Kyurem, it definitely outspeeds Kyurem, and it does not outspeed Weavile, and it really depends what his Scarfer is and that sort of thing, and it really doesn't do a whole lot to Lucario, so it's not really, but it does outspeed Lucario. It outspeeds a lot of mons, which is why I brought it. It's one of my fastest Pokemon that I drafted. Next to that we have a Heliolisk. Heliolisk I mainly brought because, Demonic drafted a Milotic, and Heliolisk with Dry Skin absolutely walls bulky water types, which is part of the reason I drafted it, because I have a pretty big issue with bulky water types. Again, that's why I drafted 3 grass types overall. Well, I ended up dropping one of my grass types for Surskit, because I wanted to play some mind games. Just a basic overview of the rest of my team. I have a Stealth Rock Defog, Special Defensive Empoleon, a max HP, max defense with a little bit of a attack investment, Piloswine. I think it's like 8 V's in attack, which is actually decent. A Scarfed Medicham because I want because I know that outspeeds Charizard Y and will kill it with a Rock Slide in case he's running a Timid or he has already Mega Evolved. And my Scolipede doesn't outspeed him, so assuming he's not running Modest or something like that. And of course, Mega Altaria, specially oriented Mega Altaria with a Roost and Heal Bell, because a lot of my team does not like to get burned. I've got 3 physical attackers, including a bulky wall that I'd rather not get burned. And we'll sort of talk about my opponent's team as the battle goes on. So without further ado, I'm sorry for this long introduction, but the introduction won't be nearly as long in future weeks. It's just this long because it's the first week of the CPL. I brought 2 of my the way drafting works is you get 4 Pokemon in OU, UU, and RU, and below, and I ended up bringing 2 of my RU and below. My 2 NU options are Medicham and Piloswine, and then so pretty much you get a total of 12 Pokemon overall. But I'm not sure I really like this format. I sort of like the 3-3-3 better, because then you can pick up stuff, you can pick up more lower tier stuff, which I enjoy more. I think that lower tier Pokemon are totally underrated and are amazing in draft format. But anyway, let me get right into this match. Let me make sure the music is off. Yep. Alright, so I lead off of my Piloswine, and he leads off of his D-Knight. Okay, so He goes for the Fire Punch, does absolutely nothing because I'm, again, max HP, max defense, EV08 with Thick Fat. I get up my rocks because I need rocks. And he goes for a D-Dance. Piloswine decides to be a legend, and crits an Icicle Crash, and one-hit KOs it. If this was, multi-scale, that crit did matter, but I had Ice Shard, so I could just Ice Shard him later, and he would have been able to get off a +1 extreme speed, but based on the damage of Fire Punch, and some attacks later in the battle, it would have done, like, 20%, it would have done 30% max, probably not even close to that, so the crit did sort of matter, but he really shouldn't have been staying in on a Piloswine anyway, so I really don't feel that bad about that. Then he brings in Charizard. Charizard takes half his health in Stealth Rock damage. Again, the reason I got up Stealth Rocks is he has 1, 2, 3, 4 things weak to rocks. One thing 4 times resistance to rocks. One thing that gets hit neutral by rocks, and no Spinner or Defogger on this team unless Charizard's his Defogger, in which case it takes 50% on entry. It takes exactly 50% because he missed EV, he miscalced or whatever, or he ran the wrong EV spread. So, he cannot switch his Charizard back in. His Charizard has to sit in here and do whatever it wants to do now. Now I go into Scolipede because I'm predicting him to go for a Solar Beam. If he's modest, I can kill him with my Scolipede's Rock Slide. And if I do die, if he's timid, Solar Beam plus Fire Blast will kill me, and then I go into Medicham, which is Scarf, and I Revenge kill him. Again, he cannot switch this out because of rocks. This thing's a huge threat, so I switch right into Scolipede. I know that the Piloswine is going to be useful much, much later, especially against that Lucario. It's pretty much my Lucario check that I have on this team, except for, like, Mega Altaria, which Mega Altaria can't even take if he's running, I don't know, maybe Flash Cannon? I think if he's special set and he nasty plots up and hits me with a Flash Cannon, I believe I die. Alright, so anyway, yeah, he Mega Evolves, and he goes straight for the Fire Blast, so I was praying for no burn. Again, it really doesn't matter if I get burned, because I just go right into Piloswine. Turns out he is running a modest set. Part of the other reason I sort of screwed up, I thought that you got a speed boost at the end of the turn, even if you switched a Pokemon in. So I thought my Scolipede would get a speed boost. And then be able to Revenge kill with Rock Slide. But looking at his team, he has 1, 2, 3 priority users, so my Scolipede wasn't going to do a whole lot to begin with. I don't know why he switched in Kyurem here, unless he's not running any priority on any of his Pokemon, because he just takes an unnecessary 43%, and then kills me with Flash Cannon. And as you can see, leftovers, so it means he obviously didn't outspeed me. He didn't even outspeed me before my speed boost. So I go right into my Prince, intentionally female, Medicham. It is intentionally female, by the way. Pure Power does a whopping. It would probably kill that Kyurem from full, possibly, depending on the EV spread. Based on leftovers. He's probably running a max HP, max speed, or max special attack, max speed, half special attack, half HP, or something like that. But I'd actually probably go to kill them after rocks. Again, that's another reason I set rocks up. And then goes into Roserade, and I switch into my Piloswine, because I want to scout what this thing does. I know he's not going to be doing a whole lot with his Giga Drain. I forget if Roserade even gets Chlorophyll. I can't hover over, I believe. No, I can't hover over. But I wanted to go into this thing because, again, I can hit him with an Icicle Crash, which will definitely kill him, or come close. And he reveals here that he's a special Lucario, but Piloswine's freaking bulky. Piloswine, being a legend, just Revenge kills it with Earthquake. And then he goes into Weavile, and Weavile doesn't even kill. I was at 9%, and Weavile did 6% with Fake Out. So, now Piloswine, frickin' MVP, definitely, most certainly the MVP of this game. If I had an MVP award, I might actually start doing an MVP award every week. Piloswine would definitely get that award. Gets off an extra 12% after it should already have been dead. Which means that my Medicham will definitely Revenge kill him. He never even revealed Ice Shard, which makes me think that maybe he didn't even have priority, but he really shouldn't. He should have clicked Ice Shard against the Pylo Swine, not on anything else, but Pylo Swine, he definitely should have clicked it if he had it. As you can see, he switches his Roserade into my Drain Punch, and it does a whopping 41%, so I know this is especially defensive Roserade, but anyway, I really don't need a Hyper Beam, my Heliolisk for this game, and I just need this thing to be below 41% so I can clean up with my Medicham. So, all I want to do is keep this below. I know he's going to go for Protect again here, so I just sort of switched this in. If he clicked Sludge Bomb, it wouldn't have done that whole lot. If he clicked Drain, it would have done absolutely nothing. If he clicked Sludge Bomb, it would have done a little bit, but not a lot because I'm not Mega Evolved yet. So now I go into this, and I Mega Evolve and go for Fire Blast. Again, he's max HP, max special defense based on the damage, most likely. Didn't calc it. But again, all I need, again, like I said, all I need is for this Pokemon to be at the percent where I can Revenge Kill it with Medicham. I know he's going to go for another Protect, so I go for a Roost here. Just because I can. And to get me up to a percent where he can't Giga Drain kill me and get some health back. And then I kill him again with Roserade. So literally that was absolute, anything I did there didn't matter. All I needed was to hit one Flare Blast, which I did, and get him to a percent where after Protect, even if he protected, that his leftovers wouldn't bring him back above 41%, so I could kill him with my Medicham. Now he goes into Weavile, and I could definitely switch around here and preserve the 4-0 or whatever, and do whatever the heck I wanted. I could have easily gone into Empoleon and killed him with a Scald. I could have gone into Heliolisk, sacked that. I could have probably switched directly into Medicham, taken an Ice Punch, and killed him. But I didn't want to screw around, and with the fact that he might actually have Ice Shard. So far we've seen Ice Punch, Low Kick, and Fake Out, which makes me think he might have Ice Shard. So now I just switch into Prince, and I kill him off with a Drain Punch. Easily 100% killed any possible spread of Weavile. 4 times super effective. It kills other things anyway. Well, thanks PC for letting me know my battery is low in the middle of the recording. Thanks a lot. So yeah, great game against Demonic. Solid 3-0. Again, MVPs. Medicham is definitely up there too, but I knew Medicham was going to do work this game. Before, which is why I brought it. But Pylo Swine sort of, I sort of want to test this out, see if this works. I really need him for rocks. Pylo Swine definitely not proved me wrong. If I was the person running the kill counter for the CPL, I would say that Pylo Swine also got a kill on every Mon except Roserade because of Stealth Rocks. So he actually went 5-1 this game. So definitely MVP. Stay tuned for next week. Right now I'm 1-0, but if I get my match with Aura up before this match, then that 1-0 will not matter. So stay tuned for next week where I give you an accurate representation of what the score is, because again, I'm technically a week behind, but not really. Aura has been really busy among religious activities and working 16-hour days. Like that, I cannot handle. Like I do not know how he does it. So please go give Orabomb some support. Again, he did this. He set up the CPL and all that good stuff. So he definitely deserves your support. And now your support. Now I'm gonna stop rambling on because we have a 14-minute video. So until next time, this has been your host of the Spartan Sewaddles, Rayquaza. Peace, YouTube.